Welcome to Badminton Weekly with me, Jasmine Lim. We're gearing up for the ultimate showdown at the HSBC BWF World Tour finals this week. Victor Axelsen, however, will not be defending his crown in Hangzhou after withdrawing from the event due to a foot injury. The Olympic champion was replaced by Li Shifeng, who was drawn in the same group as Anders Antonsen, and Ashwini Punappa believes the Dane is the man to beat in the finals.
I think for me, the player who has the best chance currently and is in form is Anders Antonsen, especially with his recent back-to-back wins at the Denmark Open and China, his last two tournaments. It showed that he's the one who seems to be in the greatest form to do well at this tournament. But having said that, the World Tour Finals is an event where everyone's gunning to do well, and it is a once-a-year event. You have to qualify for it. So the mindset of playing in this tournament would be pretty different. So it depends on who's got the right mindset this whole week. When I saw the draw and when you look at the head-to-head between the players, Jonathan Christie is the player who stood out as the best in terms of head-to-head record against the other players. He's the one person who's got a higher win-loss ratio against all the players. And so is Shiuchi, who's got a fairly similar record. But even though they have like a higher head-to-head record, they haven't really performed since after the Olympics. Pre-Olympics, they were doing really well. Post-Olympics, there has been a change. And that's where, for me, Anders Antonsen stood out quite a bit because he had won tournaments pre-Olympics and he's also won tournaments post-Olympics, which is why, for me, he is someone whom I would think would do well at the World Tour Finals. For me, one of my favorite pairs to do well at the World Tour Finals in women's doubles, which would be Liu Xingxiu and Tang Ning. And one of the reasons being that they've had an incredible growth since last year. This year they've had quite a few wins, having reached the finals at their first ever Olympics and winning the silver medal there, and having played 7 tournaments after that, reaching 6 finals and winning 4 of the 6 finals. It's an incredible feat, and I think that they are in great form running into the World Tour Finals. So for me, that pair would be a favorite to win the World Tour Finals. Especially Group A is a tough group because it's a group of surprises where they've also got pairs that they've played against, especially the Malaysian pair whom they've lost to and also beaten. That's Pearly Tan and Tina. I think it's going to be tricky to say who's going to do well, and the World Tour Finals is an event where anything can happen, so you never know. Even though I have like a favorite, you never really know who could come up out of those pairs. And Group B, I would say, is relatively open, and with Chen and Jia there, my biggest guess is that they would do well and come on top strong. Of course, they haven't played post the Olympics. Jia's been playing with a different partner since the Olympics got over. I'm guessing they would be gunning to go out and get their 3rd consecutive World Tour final win. But having had that break, it might be a little bit of a hindrance. But of course, they've been world number 1, they're Olympic champions. They won almost all the major tournaments. For a pair as experienced as they are, coming back after a break shouldn't really be difficult. And especially since they have won the last 2 and they know what it takes to do well at World Tour Finals.
Anders Antonsen is tagged as the favorite to win a 2nd World Tour Finals title in the men's singles, while Liu Xingxiu and Tang Ning are the ones to watch in the women's doubles. We asked our experts about their top choices for the other 3 disciplines in Hangzhou.
Now, for me, there's one category that is so open, and that is the men's doubles. There's not really been one pair that's dominated throughout the year. So we look at the big one of this year, which was the Olympics, Wang Qilin, Li Yang, who won it. This is the pair who knows what level we're going to get. Li Yang, how much has he been playing? He's unofficially retired. This is likely to be his last tournament as a player. It would be incredible as a story if he could go out with a win. They're the pair that you can never ever rule out. When they won both Olympic gold medals, which is still amazing, even when I say it, I think they're double Olympic gold medalists. No one expected it. No one thought either time they were favourites. Could they do almost the unthinkable and win the World Tour Finals? I think it would be amazing for a story if Wang Qilin and Li Yang could manage to get it. They're such nice guys. very humble. You know, it's going to be sad for the tour to lose Li Yang because he's just a good guy, phenomenal player. If they could win the World Tour finals, what a way for him to sort of sign out. It would be, yeah, it'd be truly incredible. But I am really excited to watch and see what happens.
We talk about An Se-young a lot, and rightfully so, because she's incredible. But I think an underdog to the World Tour finals, which seems silly to say because she's actually qualified in the #1 spot. Nevertheless, I do think she's a little bit of an underdog, is Wang Ziyi from China. She has had a better year than people would think she had. She kind of just is always, she's omnipresent in quarters, semis and finals of almost every tournament she's played this year. When we talk about kind of the top 8 best performers this year, she so wholeheartedly deserves that #1 spot for consistency, for quality, for perseverance, and honestly it's such a skill to play so many events and remain uninjured. It sounds so simple, but it's so tough to do. The calendar is so grueling. So for her to have this consistency just pervasively throughout the entire year is unbelievable. So I think if she can hit her A game of quite a kind of reserved and quite kind of counter style to her game, I think if she can nail that, she's got in a great position to get pretty far in the tournament. And I would really love to see An Se-young versus Wang Ziyi in a final. I think that would be an incredible final.
As a pair, Zheng Si Wei and Wei Yixin, they're a very interesting pair and a fresh breath of air on the World Tour. The way I see it, they finished #1 on the race to World Tour finals list and performed magnificently. I actually think they were a little bit better in the pre-Olympic schedule. That means the first 7 months of the year, where here towards the end of the year, I think I've seen a few signs of weakness, or perhaps they're just focusing on getting ready for these World Tour finals here. So I'm excited to see how they come out here, because if they come out in full effect, so to speak, I think they have a great chance in Hangzhou. Wei Yixin, extremely strong at the net and lethal with her left hand, good anticipation abilities and able to cover the net in all of the court. Zheng Si Wei on his hand is moving super well on the back court. I think he's got a great attack as well, and it looks like his stamina is second to none. So a very formidable pair in my opinion.
Another formidable mixed doubles pair at the HSBC BWF World Tour finals are Zheng Si Wei and Huang Yaqiong. The Olympic champions are competing together for the last time before Zheng Si Wei retires and aims to capture their 4th title in Hangzhou. We caught up with the pair to discuss the 27-year-old's retirement.
我对自己人生是有比较清晰的规划的。我对于职业道路的这个追求啊，并没有一定要到说我要拿到什么2圈大满贯啊，或者怎么样的。我其实没有更高的追求，因为我现在已经大满贯了嘛。就是再多的一些荣誉对我来说，并没有太多的吸引力。那么我如果说我继续奋战在一线，我又要远离我的家人，那现在我的第2个宝宝也出生了，所以我也是想回归家庭，因为我是想我的人生追求就是希望事业跟家庭能得到一个平衡，而不是我一直的在外面去打比赛，然后呢留我的家人在家乡。在艾登出生的时候我都没有陪在身边，而且在艾登现在2岁多了，我其实都没有很好的去陪伴他们，其实对我来说是一种遗憾吧。那我也想这一次巴黎奥运会结束了，我也夺冠了，我也完成了我职业道路所有的一些成就，那我就没有道理说再去为了第2圈的一些成就再去追逐了。我也想回归家庭这样。
然后也是很感谢他，就是因为这7年，其实我觉得我是在他的影响下，其实是会有一个逐渐就是有变化的一个自己吧。我可能说之前我就是那种输了比赛然后不积极，很容易放过自己的一个运动员。那对于我来说，佛系好像也是我的一个特点，然后也是我的一个缺点吧。他的性格就是 我一定要钻，我为什么会输？我为什么这个球我打不好？然后我就一定要钻，我今天一定要就是去把这个球打好啊，或怎么样的这种状态，然后其实也是会影响到我一些。一开始我还很容易放过自己，我说，今天算了，今天可能是哪里的状态不好，我明天会更好，或者什么，我明天一定能打好，就是去训练。然后后面的话就是找不同角度的一些可能破解的方式，然后去做一些尝试，哪个是最适合我的，然后这样去让自己去进步。这个其实是他带给我的一些，比如说一些东西吧，让我进步的地方。其实思维他决定退役了之后，其实我也挺为他开心的，我没有什么太多难过的，因为我觉得他的职业上面其实是非常成功的。那当然生活中，然后现在也有一双儿女了，然后还有一个非常漂亮的太太，所以我觉得对于他来说的话，可能说更多的是今后的生活如何去就是过得更好一些。我也很替他开心，他能就是找到自己的一个新的目标，然后新的方向，然后去有一个新的生活吧。
家人的计划呢，就是我们现在其实挺幸福的状态。那么我现在就是要做的就是多花时间陪他们。这也是为什么我想说在杭州发展自己的事业。那么这样的话也能够事业家庭两不误。这样我也能够在工作之余，我就能够回到家去陪伴他们，然后第二天醒来我也可以正常的工作。我觉得这个状态是我自己追求的。
Hendra Setiawan is another doubles player who has announced his retirement. The 40-year-old said the time is right to end his badminton career and will play his final tournament in January at the Indonesia Masters. Sabar Karyama Gutama, Mohammad Reza Isfahani and Steen Pedersen are thankful to have witnessed Olympic gold medalists in action during his career.
First, I must say I'm extremely disappointed. I think it's a rash, hasty, premature decision that he's taken, and I urge him to reconsider. I think he has at least 12, 15, maybe even 20 more good years in him on the World Tour. But of course, given his age, it's perhaps the wise thing to do, and what a career he's had. Started out winning the World Championships back in 2007, and again World Champion in 2019. His fourth World Championship title. That's 12 years between World Championships titles. Nobody else has had such a long gap between titles. The longevity of his career is amazing, and he's been highly competitive throughout all the years. He's also been the longest serving former Olympic champion, winning the Olympics in 2008 with Marquis Quito in China against an in-form Fu Haifeng and Chai Yun. That's an amazing accomplishment. I had the pleasure, well, it wasn't that much of a pleasure, but I had the opportunity to coach against him in the semi-final, and obviously I couldn't get the job done, so he went on to win the gold medal and lots of other titles after that one. And I really cannot thank him enough for keep on playing and being there so that the fans and the kids that are starting out in badminton, they can go out and watch him play. That is so valuable. It's a little bit sad that too many Olympic champions retire shortly after they won that title. So what Hendra Setiawan has done is extremely valuable to the world of badminton.
Kalau dari saya sendiri, yang bisa saya tiru adalah dedication, disiplin, dan konsisten.
Mungkin sama sih, karena kita dulu latihan bareng dan mungkin itu juga salah satu idola saya. Jadi dari latihan disiplinnya sangat bagus dari Ko Hendra dan Bang Hasan. Makanya sampai sekarang dia masih bisa eksis di perbulu tangkisan dunia.
That's it from us. Zheng Si Wei, Li Yang and Aya Ohori will be playing their last tournament at the HSBC BWF World Tour finals this week before they retire. If you missed it, join us again next week and we'll bring you that and other top stories from Hangzhou. In the meantime, stay up to date with the latest news by downloading our BWF app, Badminton for You. And do let us know your thoughts, comments and questions on our Facebook and YouTube pages. See you soon!